right, so here he is, one of the best lightweights in the world, Dustin Poirier, putting that status on the line yet again here tonight. Great frame for this lightweight division. It's amazing to think he had as much success at featherweight as he did. Long arms, good footwork, nice submissions as well. This is truly a 5-2 play.
Yes, he's one of the best fighters in the lightweight division, and it shows every time he steps foot in the octagon. And a victims list. That includes Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. You know when you're looking at Dustin Poirier that he is one of the best fighters in the UFC's lightweight division and has the frame to compete up, and he's shown that before he was a featherweight. So a guy that may compete over 3 weight classes over his UFC's career.
And we remind you, when he faced Max Holloway at UFC 236 for the interim lightweight title, Holloway came in with a 13-fight winning streak that Poirier promptly ended that fateful night in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, if he is not the greatest UFC featherweight champion in the promotion's history, he is certainly on the short list. That 13-fight winning streak that he put together at 145 pounds, likely something, DC, that will never be duplicated in this division.
Yes, it'll be very tough because it's such a tough division. The guys that he had to beat in order to go on a 13-fight win streak was unbelievable. It was unreal to see the names on that list that Max Holloway beat. But the crowning moment was when he beat Jose Aldo twice to win and keep his UFC featherweight championship, and then he only topped that in the destruction of Brian Ortega. Max Holloway is one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter 145 pounds has ever seen.
And with respect to Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor, and anybody else, the UFC featherweight record books read like Max Holloway's Wikipedia page. We'll see if he can add to that total here tonight. Max Holloway, and that means we are set for our main event of the evening. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now here's the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Max Holloway.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, folks, you likely know the history between these two men, the future Hall of Famers, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. Who could forget Holloway at 20 years of age, making his short-notice debut against Dustin Poirier? That was back in 2012. They met again several years later, and tonight a trilogy to be completed.
Well, you saw them the second time, both much better, much more mature. Both champions, as Dustin Poirier won the interim title on that night. These guys are tremendous mixed martial artists, and anytime you put them together, you're guaranteed to have a great fight. Great punch.
Oh! Massive kick to the head. There's that jab from Max Holloway. Didn't take him long to find a home for that tonight.
I mean, Max Holloway constantly fights behind the jab, and you would expect it at the start of every single fight. The jab leads to everything else that he does inside the octagon.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one.
Leg kick lands, my favorite strike.
Back and forth we go. Power right hand there from the king of Lafayette, Louisiana, Dustin Poirier. Mike Brown there in the corner has really honed Dustin's all-around game. Gets out to beat his opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has been hurt very badly again.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
All right, so the overhand has certainly been a big weapon for him here tonight. Look for him to go right back to it here if he can find an opening.
He threw that one with all of his power.
Under a minute to go in the round. Glancing right hand lands upstairs.
If this guy doesn't move his head, his night is about to end.
So the numbers continue to pile up. 30 total strikes have landed for Max Blessed Holloway. Final seconds here of round one.
He's got that single collar tie locked in.
That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, the round is over, but not before significant damage was done. Huge round from Poirier. All right, we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC. A lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round. Both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
All right, DC, here we go. Round two. How good is this? Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. Able to block that one. Oh, big roundhouse attempt, just misses. That could have been lights out. Oh, that is a huge land with the right hand for Max Holloway. I'm not sure how much more the opponent can take, to be honest.
You will not stand in there if you're getting hit in the face by those strikes with Max Holloway. When Max is flowing, it seems like he's just touching you early, but later he really starts to...
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Wow, huge head kick.
Big right hand.
Look for him to throw that overhand here again. So as we call on the numbers here, 47 total strikes have landed for Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Not the most efficient performance, landing with 47% accuracy tonight against Max Holloway. Oh, nice jab to the head by Dustin Poirier. His opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Nice job by him defensively there. Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed. 2 minutes to go in the round. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two. Nice job by Dustin Poirier there. Sticks the target and then moves his head off the center line to avoid the comeback shot.
Head off.
There. Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Well, it seems like there has been an opening for that overhand all night long. Let's see if he goes back to it here. Holloway's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. Poirier gets hit by that leg kick. You may want to start checking some of these.
Nice high kick lands.
Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt. Holloway gets caught by that flush straight punch. Nice job by the offense there. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
You ready to fight? Ready. Go.
Round 3 of a possible 5. I mean, what else can we say about that Max Holloway jab? Just makes it look easy.
He makes it look easy, and now he's throwing them more. He's throwing more jabs because he has an understanding of what his opponent is doing in return every time he throws the shot. This guy's good, man, and we have seen him on multiple occasions have these star-making performances, which is why everybody loves Max Holloway.
Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other decision.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Poirier's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent.
Looks like that one landed. Beautiful body kick.
Went for the inside leg kick.
Nice jab by Poirier.
3 minutes to go in round 3. Whiffs on the right hand. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fight and you see what type of effect it's starting to take on him. Whether or not he's reaching for it. Whether or not...
Oh, kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Hurt him bad.
Oh, this could do it. Looking to land the right just out of range. Holloway's eye is closing up. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down. Poirier does a better job when he's the guy going forward.
Looked like it did stun him a little bit. Oh, big shots raining down. Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work. That's it! Lafayette, Louisiana! Your guy has done it!
Holy!
Well, make no mistake about it. He is getting 2 paychecks tonight as he gets the big TKO victory. Wow.
That's unbelievable. It was crazy to watch his finishing instincts on display as he got that massive victory. It was amazing, John. It was amazing.
The official decision is inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 12 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
All right, there it is, Dustin Poirier, your winner by TKO. This man prioritized a finish tonight, and he didn't miss.
In the build.